Hi, I'm Tyler. Welcome to On Point. The Canadian government has just released their 2021 economic update, and there are three big takeaways for businesses, including a $1 million giveaway that your business might be eligible for. I'm going to break them down for you right now.
With the second wave upon us with full virulence, we are taking additional measures to help Canadians and Canadian businesses get through to the other side, to get through solvent and intact.
So this is the first one that I wanted to bring your attention out of the three big reveals for this economic update. This is a good thing. So the Canadian government is extending the Canadian wage subsidy program, and they're looking to move it from 65% of wages up to 75%. This is a great thing for employers and employees alike, because what it allows your business to do is to keep your employees employed, which is key. What you need to be able to do, though, is as a business be able to prove that your revenues are down between 15 and 30% to qualify for this wage subsidy program, and it'll top up incomes for your employees up to 75%, keeping them employed, avoiding layoffs. So the second big reveal inside this economic update for small business is the work share program. Now, it kind of got buried in the news, but this is a good thing for businesses too that are looking to have more of a cooperative approach amongst their base of employees, so that you don't have to lay everybody off. What you can do is you can reduce the hours of your workforce, and the government is extending this benefit, actually doubling it from 38 to 76 weeks. If you've got a group of employees that you're looking to consider laying off, perhaps as a cooperative movement, you guys can work together and reduce the hours amongst everybody or a group of employees, so that you keep people employed and engaged and keep that productivity humming along. What do you think? Are these first two measures, are they a good thing? Let me know in your comments. Is the government on track? What would you like to see that would have been maybe different? Now, before getting to the big reveal and the number one reveal inside this economic update, I wanted to take a step back and have a look at this thing from the viewpoint of a 30,000 point view. This economic update had a great potential opportunity to really transform the way that the government collects taxes from corporations. One of the other measures that the government is implementing starting in January is these big multinational web giants that do digital business in Canada. So currently a lot of them don't collect GST. Crazy, right? So they're in our countries operating, selling products and services, and yet there's very little taxation going on from a lot of these big giants. Starting in January, they have kind of leveled the playing field, so to speak, and GST will now be something that they need to be able to collect and remit. Fantastic. More revenue for the government coffers, but who's paying it? I mean, at the end of the day, it's you and I that are paying it. What the government could have done is instead gone and done something like they're doing in France, whereby they're actually collecting tax on the revenue of these companies that are doing business in Canada. If we just think about it for a second, how many of these giant companies are doing business and profiting off the backs of Canadians during this pandemic, yet they're not paying tax? That doesn't make any sense to me. And it's been going on far too long. Our government had an opportunity to correct this, and they fell very, very, very short in this regard. The other aspect to this economic update is that there was no real pandemic economic plan that I could find. And I buried my head into this thing and looked at it and ripped it apart. And really, at the end of the day, what we need is an economy. Because if we don't have an economy, then all of these measures and programs and services aren't going to work. And the only way that we're going to have an economy is if we can get rapid testing, antigen testing, so that everybody can be starting to do testing at home versus trying to get testing at the onset of symptoms. We need to be looking at trying to get the economy prepared to go back to workforce. The only way we're really going to do that is by massive testing across the country, and we're not doing it. The other aspect of this is the vaccine. Lots of ambiguity around the vaccine, as you've seen in the news lately. There seems to be no real timeline. It changes every day. The government could have created an opportunity to create some great clarity and confidence in the economic update by having a strong COVID plan. Again, it kind of fell short. I love that the government's coming to the table and implementing these programs and extending benefit periods. But at the end of the day, it's adding to our deficit, and our deficit isn't going to get paid down unless we have a strong workforce going back to work in the economy. And that economy is going to be directly tied to how well we logistically execute this vaccine program. Now let's get to the number one benefit that the Canadian government announced inside their economic update for 2021. It's $1 million giveaway. Let's take a look and see what Ms. Freeland has to offer us.
We know that businesses in tourism, hospitality, travel, arts, and culture have been particularly hard hit. So, we are creating a new stream of support for those businesses that need it the most. A credit availability program with 100% government-backed loan support and favorable terms for
$1 million.
businesses.
If you are one of those affected industries, you've got an opportunity here to get some capital at really great terms and rates to inject into your business. If you do this, I'd love to know, what would you invest it in? If you could get $1 million and invest it into your business today, what would you do? Let me know in the comments section below. Let's get some good dialogue happening here. And that's been the economic update. Thanks for watching this quick edition of On Point, the thought leadership piece. I'm Tyler Hoffman. If you liked this video, hit subscribe, gently pat the like button. If you're on LinkedIn, consider following me. And that's been On Point. Have a great day.